I've got a new book to show you. It's called So You Want to Be a Frog. It's written by me and illustrated by Neil Clark, and I've just had a chat with Neil all about our favourite frogs, which I'll show you in a minute. But first of all, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the book. It's a non-fiction book and it's full of facts about frogs, but it's narrated by this character here, Fabio Frog, who is auditioning you, the reader, to see if you've got what it takes to be a frog. I've always been very fond of frogs, and so have my whole family. We've got a tiny little pond in our back garden, and one year we had to replace the liner. This is my children helping get all the frogs out of the pond. There were about 50 in there.
How lovely to meet you.
Hi there, Jane. Lovely to meet you too, at long last.
And it's good to see you've got the green coat, you've got a green t-shirt. I even found a little scarf that's just like Fabio's. Oh, I've got my Frog Club badge on.
Oh, I love that. I'm going to have to get my hands on one of them.
I'll put one in the post to you.
Sounds good.
So, Neil, it's been great working with you on this book, even though we've never met before. And we kind of worked on it separately, but I think it's come together really, really well.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to work on.
I'm just going to tell you which is my favourite page. And thinking of the colours we're wearing, it's this one with all the frogs sitting on the artist's palette. Just think that
the green page.
All work well, but I love looking at this page.
Yeah, they were great to work on because it was like a variety of different frogs. Yeah, this fellow's good, isn't he? The white-lipped tree frog.
Yeah, I know. I think my favourite's the dainty green tree frog, though. It was just such fun to research this book, and then seeing what you came up with at the other end was really, really satisfying. Which was your favourite page to work on?
I think my favourite frog could well be the desert rain frog, which is...
I was going to say the same frog!
This little chap here.
Yeah.
Which was just so funny to work on because and like you say, it was something totally new, like to research a book when you're working on it like this. You're learning as you're going along, so I was learning so much about frogs and discovering frogs that I knew nothing about, and that guy really stood out. And also the guy next to him, the wood frog,
the one that freezes
itself for hibernation.
It's astonishing. And then the other one I was fascinated to learn about was the transparent one.
Oh, the glass frog. In fact, I was going through this book with my daughter. So my daughter's just turned 4, which is perfect, and she was fascinated by the glass frog. Good. Yeah, it's little things like that throughout the whole book. I love the menu as well. The frog menu.
Exactly. What's your favourite food on that menu?
Well, apart from the bread and butter.
Yeah, you're not allowed the bread and butter.
Yeah, probably have to go for the grab your own grasshopper.
I was just thinking earlier about whether I had any funny frog stories to tell you. And I remembered one that was a few years ago. I was in the garden and I was cutting lots of things down. I had to take a lot of stuff to the dump. So I put it all in the back of the car. We got to the dump, we got all the plants out and put them in the green recycling place. Yeah. Then I looked at the back seat of the car and there was a frog sitting on the back seat of the car.
Just grabbing a lift in the car.
Just hitched a lift, yeah. So,
you thought, I'm going to jump out and just make myself at home here. Yeah.
Exactly. Anyway, so I very, very, very carefully drove it home again. Didn't have a tiny seatbelt to put on, but I kept thinking, is it all right? Is it all right? And just carefully put it back in the pond.
It's a rarity for me, but weirdly, as I was working on this book, we did discover a frog in the garden. There's like a little summer house at the end, which our cat Smiler lives in really. And next to the cat flap is this big pot plant, and it was moving. And we looked underneath, and there's a frog there. So a frog had made it right next to the cat flap, which is either really brave or really stupid. I'm not.
Yeah, or a little bit of both.
Eventually, I think we kind of escorted him over the fence to the neighbours where they do have a pond. So hopefully he's more happy there.
Well, I hope that if people who are lucky enough to have a garden, which I know isn't everybody, but people might like to think when they've read the book, oh, maybe we could just dig a little pond, because it only needs to be the size of a washing up bowl. and
Right.
frogs will come and live in it. It's amazing. That's what we did. It's tiny.
Oh, really? Okay, that might
You
be.
know, after we put it there, a few months later, full of frogs. Build
Oh,
it
yeah.
and they will come. Yes. And they do, especially in urban areas. They need that habitat.
I have got a couple of sketchbooks here, actually.
Oh, good.
In all honesty, I struggled in the beginning of this. I don't know if I'd drawn many frogs before, and I thought, oh, that can't be too hard. And then when I started, thinking frogs, yeah, they are quite tricky. So there's a couple of funny pages of.
Oh, those are fantastic.
I think I was trying to work Fabio out. I think that
Yes.
kind of realistic, but with a a humorous charm.
But very appealing.
He's quite good there.
Oh, I love those.
But,
Oh, it's so nice to see them.
So really funny, funny little poses. But yeah, I got there in the end, and then my process, it starts like that, but it always ends up obviously as vector shapes on the computer, and then
Yeah.
I like to throw lots of texture at it. So I was trying to get
Lovely textures.
I got the green paints out, and I did create some messy textures and layered them up in there.
Oh, it's always so interesting to hear those behind the scenes things.
But yeah, really, it's turned out really well, and I'm really proud of it.
I'm proud of it too, and
Yeah, so
I'm really proud to have done a book with you, Neil. I hope we might be able to do another one sometime.
It could not yet the first, but hopefully not the last.
Well, there was one more thing I wanted to show you, Neil, and
Okay.
I didn't make this myself. My son made this when he was at
Oh, wow.
school. I just had to share it. So it's I could turn him into Fabio if I just gave him a little hat.
Yeah, but I love the tie. That's
Green velvet. That is a luxury frog.
very stylish. That I like
Yeah,
it. How old's your son?
28.
Oh, okay,
So
so
it's quite an old frog.
it was a while ago. It was a
It
while,
was, yeah.
but you've kept him all them years.
Kept him all these years, yeah. I'm very proud to say that he's now working in nature conservation.
Oh, perfect.
Hmm.
There you go. That was a sign all those years ago.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. I've got one little thing to show you. Hang on a second.
Fantastic.
I should have put it on at the beginning, but I thought I'll wait for the perfect moment.
Oh yeah, it's the perfect moment. I love it. Oh, lovely. Well, thank you very much, Neil. It's been fantastic to talk to you, and thanks for doing the book with me.
Thank you very much. Thanks for getting me involved. It was a pleasure to work on, and it was lovely to meet you at last.
Yeah, hope we meet in real life one day.
Yes.
I really hope you'll enjoy learning all about frogs in our new book. And don't forget, there's also So You Want to Be an Owl by me and Maddie Frost, already available with lots of owl facts. Both books are published by Walker Books in the UK and Candlewick Press in the United States.